The Premier League has officially kicked off the 2025-26 season by announcing the fixture list for all 38 match days. It's more than just a schedule. It's an emotional roadmap, a breathtaking 9-month journey meticulously crafted with every round and every blockbuster match. Every kickoff time, every stadium, now becomes a date with destiny. Who will break through? Who will falter? And who will rewrite history? From Old Trafford to the Etihad, from Anfield to the Emirates, the game has set its date, and the battle for the crown officially begins on August 15th, with the opening match between reigning champions Liverpool and AFC Bournemouth at Anfield. It's an emotional start to a 38-round journey that will stretch until May 24th next year. With 380 matches spread across 9 months, the season promises an emotional roller coaster for fans worldwide. Liverpool's selection for the opening match is not just an honor for the champions, but a clear statement of their ambition to defend their throne. Facing a Bournemouth side that has made significant strides under coach Andoni Iraola, but is still considered an underdog in terms of squad depth and away form, Liverpool has a prime opportunity to secure all 3 points on day 1, building crucial psychological momentum for the rest of the season. Also on the first match day of the season, Aston Villa takes on Newcastle United, a balanced clash between 2 teams that competed in Europe this season after impressive performances last year and harbor ambitions of breaking into the top 4 again this season. Other notable opening day fixtures include Brighton hosting Fulham in a battle of 2 possession-based football philosophies, Nottingham Forest meeting Brentford, where both teams desperately need points to build a solid foundation for the new season. Sunderland, recently promoted, will host West Ham United in a true test of their Premier League credentials. And in North London, Tottenham Hotspur will kick off their campaign against Burnley, another team making their return to England's top flight with strong determination. Wolverhampton Wanderers will face Manchester City, a team aiming to reclaim their throne once more. The arrival of new signings and Pep Guardiola's rotation capabilities will undoubtedly be closely watched by experts. Chelsea will host Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. With a youthful squad built on a long-term strategy, fans are eagerly awaiting a new look for the Blues under the guidance of Enzo Maresca. Then all eyes will turn to Old Trafford, the venue for the standout match of the opening weekend. Manchester United versus Arsenal. This isn't just a showdown between 2 of England's most storied clubs, it's a battle that will define their season ambitions. Manchester United, with quality additions and a summer full of changes, is looking to rebuild a winning identity under coach Ruben Amorim. Meanwhile, Arsenal enters the season with the mindset of a true title contender, following several seasons of significant progress under Mikel Arteta. This encounter promises to be a fierce tactical battle and an emotional explosion, where every pass, every moment, could determine the outcome. It's an incredibly important early test, not just for points, but for the spirit and character of both teams on their journey to conquer new heights this season. The first round will conclude with Leeds United hosting Everton at Elland Road. Leeds' return promises excitement and surprises for the 2025-26 Premier League season, while Everton, after a difficult start last season, is determined to prove their resurgence under coach David Moyes. Classic matchups will quickly follow in the subsequent weeks. The Manchester Derby in just the 4th round between Manchester City and Manchester United will take place at the Etihad. Matches between the 2 halves of the city have never lacked intensity, and in the context of an increasingly fierce top 4 race, the results of derbies like these can shape the entire season. Then, round 5 sees a fiery clash between Arsenal and Manchester City, 2 teams with modern attacking philosophies and both leading contenders for the title. 3 weeks later, round 8 brings the Northwest Derby between Liverpool and Manchester United at Anfield, where all eyes will be on the most traditional and emotional battle in English football. This round also marks a turning point, as just a few weeks later, Liverpool will again face Manchester City in round 11, in what is considered the first leg final of the season. London will be equally vibrant with derbies between Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, West Ham, and Crystal Palace scattered throughout the season. Among them, the clash between Chelsea and Arsenal in round 13 at Stamford Bridge promises to be a highlight, as both teams are determined to reclaim their position in the Big Six. With a cleverly distributed fixture list, the title race won't be crammed into the final stages, but will unfold from start to finish. Liverpool has a significant advantage by beginning the season with manageable matches, helping them accumulate points and build momentum. However, from round 30 onwards, the Reds will enter a grueling run of fixtures against Tottenham, Chelsea, and even Manchester United, where their character and squad depth will be tested to the maximum. Looking at the 2025-26 fixture list, it's easy to see that Arsenal faces the most challenges in the first 5 match days. On the opening day, Mikel Arteta's squad will travel to Old Trafford to face Manchester United, a traditional rival that always poses difficulties. Returning to the Emirates in round 2, the Gunners will host Leeds United, a newly promoted team but one that brings determination and an unpredictable playing style. The biggest test comes in round 3, when Arsenal must travel to Anfield to face reigning champions Liverpool, one of the most notoriously difficult away venues in English football. After that, they return home to host Nottingham Forest and Manchester City in rounds 4 and 5 respectively, teams that finished in the top last season and are showing consistent form. Clearly, this is a challenging start to the season. However, if they can overcome these hurdles, especially the blockbuster match against Man City in round 5, Arsenal could build strong psychological momentum for their ambition to overthrow the Premier League throne. For Manchester City, their early season fixtures are also far from easy. After an opening match against Wolves away, Pep Guardiola's side will successively face Tottenham, Brighton, Manchester United, and Arsenal, all top-tier contenders. However, after this tough run, Man City's schedule becomes lighter in the middle of the season, a period they can exploit to accelerate strongly. If they can get through key matches against Liverpool and Arsenal without dropping too many points, Man City is fully capable of re-establishing their familiar dominance in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Manchester United also faces a challenging fixture list in the early stages of the season. On the opening day, they host Arsenal at home, before traveling to the Etihad to face Man City in round 4. In round 5, the Red Devils will have an equally difficult clash with Chelsea at Old Trafford. After an unstable season, United needs to maximize their matches against lower-ranked opponents to get back into the race. The early season schedule, though difficult, is not insurmountable. The key is for Ruben Amorim's squad to find the identity and consistency, factors that have been missing at Old Trafford for several seasons now. Among the newly promoted teams, Sunderland, Leeds United, and Burnley all face significant challenges from the very first round. Sunderland opens with West Ham, before successively facing Burnley and Crystal Palace, a 3-match stretch that could define their survival chances. Burnley even has to play away at Tottenham in round 1, while Leeds United clashes with Everton and Newcastle in their first 2 rounds. If they cannot earn points in this period, they will quickly fall into crisis. However, surprises are always an integral part of the Premier League. Brighton, under a coach with a clear philosophy like Fabian Hürzeler, could break into the top 6 if they maintain consistent form like last season. Newcastle, with their financial potential and increasingly refined squad, is also a formidable contender in the major races. Even teams like Everton or Wolves, with a well-distributed schedule, not too many consecutive matches against big teams, could become dark horses. Overall, the 2025-26 Premier League fixture list features blockbuster matches spread throughout the season. The big teams will have no time to breathe, while the smaller teams will be forced to fight for every single point. There's no room for error. The new season is not just a race for the title, it's a journey to a firm character, long-term strategy, and mental resilience. Will Liverpool successfully defend their crown? Will Manchester City reclaim their throne? Will Arsenal write a story of overthrowing the champions? Or will there be a surprise from Brighton, Newcastle, or even a newly promoted team? All of these remain open questions, but what is certain is that the 2025-26 Premier League will be one of the most unpredictable seasons in the league's history. With the fixtures announced, everything is set. The game has begun, and we, the fans, just have to sit back, watch, and let football do the rest.